I'm Pern.
And I'm Dave.
Welcome to the show, where we talk about everything from movies, music, sports, and TV.
And stories from the rest of our lives.
Things we don't talk about are politics and religion.
And this is how we all stay friends.
Okay, let's talk. I know it's only been a week, but I miss Joanne already.
She's still in the state, right?
She is still in the state, and we're actually going to try to get her back on the show in a couple weeks, right before she leaves.
We'll do what we can.
So we'll have a second Joanne from Texas show, which I think went over really well. I think there were a lot of people that I've been hearing positive feedback from the listeners, and they really enjoyed that we had Joanne on the show.
Cool. Perfect.
So thank you, Joanne. We are definitely going to have you back. We'll book you. I'll contact you this week.
All right. That's perfect.
So I took London driving over the weekend. We had the long Memorial Day weekend this weekend. And I took London driving just because he needs to get 40 hours of driving on his learner's permit.
Right.
It's actually 30, and then 15 of it has to be at nighttime.
Yeah.
So 45 total. I took him driving, and we went down like these back roads, and we were on a road, not just, at the school parking lot driving around in circles and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And we're driving down this long road, and we're going and going and going. And I'm thinking it comes out in one spot further down 81. And it actually goes a lot further down. I'm like, okay, we've been on the road now for like a good 20 minutes now. Mm-hmm. This road, when does it hit 81 again? And finally, when it hits 81, London, we go, okay, well, let's merge back. Let's go on 81 back north. And I'm like, now 81, it's a monster.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is like,
It'll chew you up.
This is 18-wheeler heaven where like, if you're not doing 75 plus or 70 plus, you're going to get run over and all that. And I'm like, are you ready for it? And he
Trial
goes,
by fire.
He goes, I think I'm ready for it. I'm like, okay, turn left. And so we turned left, and we merged on to 81, and he drove all the way back. And it was so much faster getting home on 81 than driving down this little back two-lane road.
Well, practice is practice.
But I was still nervous, and I mean, I'm still giving him his pointers as we go and as we're driving. Right. And we get home, and it's about 1:45 in the afternoon, and I immediately just go pour myself a glass of scotch because I'm just like,
it was that trying.
It wasn't that.
But it was just, you gotta worry about everybody else.
Absolutely, because I'm like, then I'm getting in my head going, what if something happens, and then like, oh my gosh, she's driving, and then like, oh my god, and then we're on 81, we're gonna get killed, and oh my god, what? And I have no control over this, and it was just like a whole control freak issue for me because I'm just like that, and but he did great. He did awesome, and
nothing to worry about.
The speed limit's 70. He was doing 70, just over 70, slightly, maybe 72.
No problem.
He stayed in the right lane the whole time. I said, I told him, I said, if we come up behind cars that are going slower, we're going slower. We're not passing. We're not. This is 81. This is like, nightmare highway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
especially new driver.
For a new driver, for the fact that he's only driven like maybe 2 hours total at this point, and it's been in parking lots and down back roads and stuff. He did fine. So I get home, and my wife gave me so much crap over it.
Oh, why is that? I can't
believe you took him out on 81. I'm like, you should have started on 37, which is like a side.
Oh, that's true too.
Still a major highway. It's a highway, and I told her, I said, well, next time you can take him out then.
Yeah.
And she did. Cool. So then she took him out yesterday.
Right.
And they went
Not to be outdone.
They went to her school, and then they, she switched and let him drive, and they went down like these roads, and they were gone for like an hour drive. So he got another hour driving, and she took him out, and
that's perfect.
She
took him to 95. No.
Yeah, exactly. Went to 95. 95 north. We're heading to New York. Exactly. 495 in the Beltway. Exactly. Outside
Trial by
DC.
Fire is worse there.
Yeah, that's
even more so.
The most nightmarish road,
goodness,
I think.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I've driven through New York City, and it's I've literally driven through Times Square at like 2 in the morning and nobody's there, which is awesome. But I've also driven through New York, through Manhattan when it's been height of busy as hell.
No merging.
It's once you've driven, I've driven New York City, I've driven LA, I've driven Northern Virginia. I don't think there could be worse traffic anywhere else that I could not handle.
It's fun when you go places that are rural, when you think are rural. Like, let's say you go to I was in Raleigh once,
North Carolina,
Wake Forest, visiting my friend, and they were like on the news. It was reported that there was so much traffic, and I was just like, what?
Like, what traffic
what am I
is
seeing?
this?
It's moving.
nothing.
I don't know what
right,
you're talking
exactly.
about.
We're not at a
You're
standstill.
going the speed limit. I don't know what you're talking about.
What is the problem?
And we were in
here?
Hawaii once, and they were saying, a lady was saying, "I am so sorry that it's taking so long to get there." And I was like,
What are you
what's
talking
happening?
about?
We're moving and we're at speed. I don't care. I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
And she was so apologetic, and I was just like, seriously.
Yeah,
it's
like
not a problem.
you guys
Don't
have
worry about
seen
it.
nothing
This is
when you've
nothing.
literally spent 20 minutes and gone not even a quarter of a mile.
Right. Well, there's only
and,
one road,
and
one main road,
and that's
through
on a
Hawaii,
6-lane
so
divided
it's kind
highway.
of- yeah,
It's
like,
just crazy. It's crazy.
I
So
can
Memorial Day weekend,
it was a busy one.
busy for you, but
Yeah.
first for me.
No, I heard about
don't-
yours, and I was
Well,
just like,
hold on.
It's so fun.
So Memorial Day weekend for me just does not have the feeling of a holiday weekend for me. As most holidays now that I've gotten older don't. I mean, when I was younger, it had a feel. Memorial Day weekend was the unofficial kickoff to summer. I mean, it still is, but it's like, I don't feel that. I'm like, it's just another day to me. And like, the fact that even Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's like, oh, it's days I get off work. Yay. And I mean, yes, I'm with my family and I love that and everything. But Memorial Day just does not have a feel of a holiday to me. It just felt like, oh, I had a couple days off. That's great. Whew, I got a couple days off.
Right.
There was nothing. I mean, I literally sat on my front porch for 2.5 hours doing nothing, just listen. I turned on Sirius XM and had music on my phone, and I just sat there and watched people go by and like cars go by every once in a while, and I did nothing, and you were out working your ass off in the yard and whatever,
yard and house. And
I sent Dave this video. I said, so this has been my last 2 hours, and it's just me sitting on the front porch, like scanning the front yard, and Dave's like, oh, I wish I could have nothing to do like that.
Lucky.
I wish I could.
Hey, we had projects. We knew we had projects to do, and it was just extra time.
So what did you guys do? Fill me in.
A lot of the time was towards the house. So of course we had projects with the house going on. So I was able to get a lot of the house stuff done. But we decided that on Sunday was a trip out to get a couple more plants, because God knows we need more plants.
Of course you do.
And but then on the way, we came into Winchester. We switched sides because she was looking at Meadow Farms, which is right up there off of 7. So we went a little further and went to the Costco to check there were plants there because they have some good sales. On the way, there's a Joann's. So we were like,
Joann's Fabrics.
Joann's going out of business. They got one in Joann. We should go check, right? Just to see what they have. It's getting close. They're going to close on the 31st.
Oh, is it that soon?
It's the 31st. All the stores will be closed on May 31st.
Okay.
So this weekend we were there and we walked into this one and it had a sign on the front that said last day. And we were like, oh my gosh, so this one's closing today.
Oh, wow.
And that was that Sunday. And we walked in and it was a ghost town. There was nothing in there. It was just shelves.
Just
it was
the shelving.
That tan color of shelving everywhere. And you can buy the shelves, which I thought was kind of fun, but okay, whatever. But we did see so normally it's aisles and aisles and aisles of just craft stuff, right?
Yeah. Yarn.
This was 2 aisles. And not even aisles. Like it was just that the left side 2 aisles had stuff.
What they had left.
There was a section of buttons. And there was it was a funny one. It was like almost like a chalice thing, but it was terracotta, and they had like 12 of them there. And I picked it up and I went, you chose wisely. It was like, it looked like that one from the Indiana Jones one. It was that kind of terracotta style. It was funny. And then there was a whole little section of ribbons. And Lisa was like, oh, I could look up some ribbons. So she was looking at some of the ribbons. The woman walks up to her. This is funny. The manager. And she goes, yeah, you find the ribbons, you're okay. And she goes, yeah, let me find you a box to put them in. And she goes, well, I'll sell you the whole thing for $25. And we're talking, this was 5 sections of ribbon and containers of ribbon.
$25.
All of it, if you take it all. And she goes, if you take it all. And we were like, we'll sort it out later. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll do that. Right.
So now you have
each one was like $9.
Now you have like a pallet of ribbons.
We're talking 80 to 90 spools of ribbon.
Oh my God.
And more so because also she goes, oh yeah, if you want those racks to keep them in, I'll sell 2 of them for $10 each.
Oh, geez.
For $10. We bought 2 of them.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
And we yanked them off the wall. And I was leaving and I just had it because we were just going to put it in the back of the car. It looked like I was looting the Joann's because I was taking the whole shelf and walking out. And it was full of ribbons. And I was just like, that is funny. But every time I left with a box or the container or a row of ribbons. Lisa had to stay because people were coming in and trying to take what we had already bought.
And you're like, no, that's ours.
We're still
that's
shipping
ours.
it out. Yeah, so she had to beat them all
ours.
with a stick.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
then the button lady was next to us. She sold the entire thing of buttons to this one lady. So she's pulling them off all of the hooks and putting them into a container. It was funny as hell.
Sold.
But then it was like, okay, that's great. But then it was just sad seeing the whole place torn apart. And then one guy, I was trying to get out the door with one of my last little rows of ribbon. And some guy had a section of a sign that said the cutting counter, where they have it hanging over he was taking the sign. The sign that had letters on it, I guess for the lettering maybe, but the whole sign. Wow. And I was just like, wow, I guess if they're going to sell it and you want to buy it, they'll sell it to you.
Right.
So that was kind of sad that they were tearing it apart and it was selling it off section by section.
Everything got to go.
It's got to go.
Out of business. Everything's got to go.
So, yeah. Cool. And I forgot to mention this. This was a story I had. My mom and I last week went to the Costco.
Right.
And we were in the one in Leesburg. And we were in our line and we had everything going. And we were in our line waiting. And a couple in front of us was kind of eyeballing our stuff. And I was like, hey, we're going to pay for this. You don't need to be eyeballing our stuff.
Stealing my shit,
and I'm putting it up onto the thing. And the lady turns on her heels real quick and says, hey, the peanuts, are you buying those for the animals? And I go, what do you give a shit? I was like, God, what the? I hate talking to people just out of the blue anyway.
Okay.
And maybe it's just me curmudgeon-y coming out.
Is it idle chit chat or was she actually
put on a nice little face? And I was like, yeah, we have birds and squirrels and things. Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing that. That is like the worst thing to do. I have such an animal problem and my neighbor does. I just wish when I was like, I'm sorry, but I could have told you that I throw these at neighbors as they walk by and that should have been plenty.
Exactly.
I don't need to be given the right
slingshots with the peanuts or something.
So the woman behind the register was giving me the eyeball like, oh my God, I am so sorry. And I was like, oh, please. And then the woman who was bagging pulled us aside and was like, that woman, she's just got a thing. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't say that about us when we walk in because we're chittering and the whole time and making fun of people.
Obviously, this woman's caused a problem.
I can imagine. So yes. So that was funny. I forgot to tell you about that last week. But yeah, we had the
Costco.
Joanne, the Costco.
I mean, I'd expect that at Walmart, but come on, Costco.
I'm not sure why people insist on expressing themselves to me of all the times when I'm out in place, and they'll you just had that look, Dave. With things, I just look like you could just engage with you and just like I don't need to be berated because I'm buying peanuts for squirrels.
That's a little rough. Like, mind your own fucking business.
My crap, right? Yeah. I don't need any of that stuff.
Right. Mind your own business, lady.
Yeah. So that was.
If you want to kill off the squirrel population with processed peanuts, go for it. Just because they're not all natural.
Exactly. Well, these were the ones in the shell.
Dave the tree hugger.
Yeah.
Something never said before.
None at all. No, not at all. And Chase has a tournament this weekend.
Cool.
So he's starting up again.
For him now?
I'm guessing he's gonna rally Sid to do it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Maybe he's found a new friend.
Or maybe he's got maybe he's cut back on his discs. He only carries 2 now instead of 20.
Well, most of them are still up here, so I've got to ship them down to him. But he took a good pile of them, so he's good to go. But again, I had a text today, which I thought was the weirdest thing.
From Chase?
No, not from Chase. Not this time.
Okay.
But I did get a text from the local disc golf group that we're part of.
Okay.
It's the Loudoun County guys, the Loco, and they had
the Loco Tossers.
Right. They own they have a field in Luckett's.
Okay.
Sam, I can't remember the name of it now. God damn it. But they have a field out there and you throw there when you're a member and you're allowed to throw there regularly without having to pay the fee each time. Okay. And they found one of my discs.
Really?
And I got a text that said that part of their service now that they're offering when they find discs is that they give you 3 options, and they'll either leave it here in Leesburg, which is the guy's house, I guess the guy who runs the club, or they'll send it to you, or you can donate it to the club to give to other people. So one of my discs that I threw into a lake there when I was throwing, a $17, $20 disc goes into a lake. You put your name on the end of it, and they'll give it. If you find it, they'll bring it.
They'll get it back to you. So what did you do?
It just happened a year ago. So I'm going to go pick it up tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
at the guy's. He left it on his porch in a box. So
oh wow!
I'll just
go get your disc.
Find my disc. Yeah,
yeah. It would have been great if you donated it like a normal human being.
Well, the thing was that
you were just Mr. Thoughtful,
I only have
killing
7
the
discs.
squirrels.
I only have 7 discs anyway.
Discs.
I don't have too many, so this
and
one is the one that I do.
That
is like the one. It was an original one that I did play with the first time I went. So yeah.
Okay, well, fair enough. I'll give you that. I'll stop giving crap over.
So yeah. So there we go. There's my disc golf story.
There's kids in Leesburg that don't even have discs. They don't even have a disc to throw. Dave,
so destitute.
Donate yours.
So destitute they can't get into disc golf because they can't afford a disc.
Exactly. Don't even start me on the kids in Sterling.
Not even loving the fact that they can. happy playing disc golf.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
There you go. Well, I'm sure other people did. So.
Oh gosh, have you seen any of the entertainment news that came out this week? I got a couple things real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I saw that the Geo 82 at Disney is officially going to be opening on June 4th.
Okay,
so that is official. We discussed that on a previous episode about it's an adult only reservation, kind of like a bar lounge. Mm-hmm. It overlooks Epcot. And you can, and it's for adults only.
It's like in the side area where you come out of Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, June 4th, that is open. They're taking reservations now. Okay. So you can go to that. I sent you this video, the one on Epic Universe and all the stairs. Did you watch that one?
I didn't watch that one. Oh my God. You send me so much stuff I don't know. No,
yes, I sent him reels that literally last 60 seconds and he can't
I didn't watch that one.
Anyway, apparently at Epic Universe, it's stairs everywhere. Like they did the comparison of the stairs between Epic Universe and between Disney. Okay. And it was like only at Disney, it was like a third of the amount of stairs.
That's weird because
there's so many stairs up and down, like, to the bathrooms, to the restaurants, to the rides, you're going up and down stairs.
Mario World there were stairs, but I didn't know where else there would be stairs.
Well, if you'd watched the fucking video I had sent you would see that there were stairs everywhere.
I watch a ton of videos about Epic Universe, and I don't.
And you haven't come across anything about the stairs yet?
No.
Okay, well, that's going to be some research for you for stairs. Find out how many stairs are actually in Epic Universe, because apparently they say it's a cardio workout by the end of the day, because your normal steps that you'd get at Disney or
steps or stairs.
It doesn't matter, Dave. The stores.
Well, if you're walking around, it's steps, but if you're going up and down, it's stairs. You get
stairs. The stairs numbers were insane apparently, and like your legs will be killing you by the end of the night from all of the stair work that you did in one day.
That's interesting.
At Epic Universe.
Huh.
I can't believe you didn't watch that. Did I send you the video on this one, which you didn't watch? Was that they are actually updating the Smuggler's Run at
I did see Galaxy's that. I've seen that one already. Okay, yes, I did see.
Yes, Galaxy Edge.
Right, they're adding extra scenes.
Yes, they're changing one of the cutscenes because it'll start where you go to Tatooine, right, and then it'll change, and they're giving the engineer more power over the thing. I haven't been on Smuggler's Run yet. I haven't been there. I don't know, but apparently everybody complained that the engineer had nothing to do when you're in that seat.
Yeah, I was in it because Chase and Sid were in the front. And,
piloting?
Yeah, and so Lisa was the gunner and I was the...
I got you. So you were the engineer. So I've heard complaints about engineers.
I rather wanted to watch it because I wanted to see what was going on. If you're doing something in the ride, you're not really paying attention to the freaking ride.
Yeah.
So I was actually taking it in of what was going on and watching Chase try to fly the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, gotcha.
And it was kind of cool.
What I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool. But, the other parts are, have their times too when you can actually watch the
you can actually, corresponding with the Grogu Mandalorian movie that's going to be out in theaters next year, they will be updating to where after you go to Tatooine, the engineer can then choose of 3 different destinations. You can either go to Cloud City, to the blown up second Death Star and see the remnants of it, or you can go to Coruscant.
Oh, okay.
So then it'll be up to the engineer to handle that, and the engineer will also be taking care of baby Grogu at the same time. So you're basically like you're like a navigator / from eating frogs and a babysitter. So
perfect.
But you'll get to take care of Grogu, and so it gives the engineer more fun stuff to do in the process of the adventure, and like picking where the adventure goes and more decision.
Jedi daycare, perfect.
Jedi daycare for baby Grogu, absolutely.
That's perfect.
Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda. Love that song. Oh, and have you seen the mock-ups for the Monsters Inc. ride? The doors. where you can ride the doors.
Yes, I did.
And it's the first. Did we discuss this on a previous episode?
And then it
it pulls you up and then onto a track,
and then you go flying.
And it's
off
a hanging
right?
coaster, indoor, and it's like you're riding on the doors at Monsters Inc.
That isn't going to break.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a blast.
It's going to be a disaster.
I would
trying
love
to keep it up and running
to see that. I mean, I'm sure you're in a seat but hanging.
Oh no, they put you in it, right, and then you are lifted like
up
you're
to
the door,
ceiling,
like you're a door,
like you were a door in Monsters Inc.
And then you go off, but I can't imagine that the rail system that is going to move up and down like that is going to be consistently.
Well, for loading and unloading purposes, I'm sure the Imagineers have got it figured out.
Okay.
They say this is one of their biggest things because they've never done it before.
Well,
so it'd be great that it doesn't break down because it's all hydraulic, obviously.
That's going to be Disneyland? Is that taking over their little...
I don't remember if that was Disneyland or Disney World. Maybe you should research that and check that for me.
I think I will.
Yeah, where the Monsters Inc. door rides are going to be, because that looks...
both have places it can go.
Just the mock-up artwork looks fantastic. It looks like that would be a blast.
Well, they didn't show... All they really did show was you going up and down in that one area. They didn't really show the ride, right?
True.
So more than likely, it could be something like an Aerosmith where it's like, boo, 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 and you're done. Like,
that
ride
Rock and
really
Roller Coaster
quick.
was so quick,
so
wasn't
quick.
it? Like you get launched and like, oh, you're back around and we're done already.
Think of an Aerosmith song, you get one.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of get half of one, half of another, and then you're done. Right.
I don't want to live forever.
I don't think that's one of them.
You. Yeah, that wasn't one of the songs.
That wasn't one of the songs.
Okay.
I would think they'd want it a little more racier.
Oh yeah, something racier, something more
because
upbeat.
it is a roller coaster.
Like their cover of "Walk This Way" with Run DMC, maybe.
Yes,
they should have had that in there. They never put that in there.
Right?
That would have been
just
like,
a tie to it or something.
Just like wick.
Would have been good.
Yeah, exactly. Just get that. Yeah.
Right.
Well, box office numbers. How did the box office do this weekend?
It went nuts for some strange reason. We missed the fact that it was Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo
was the
and
other
Stitch
one you
was
were
the
thinking
second movie I was trying to think of. Yes, that came out. It was Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch. How did they do?
They went 1 and 2, but they didn't go the way you would think.
Okay.
And Lilo and Stitch actually came out first with 183 million.
Holy shit!
Yeah, no crap.
Dude,
and
people love their Lilo and Stitch.
And there's a ton of animosity about this little
one
about everybody, thinking that it shouldn't have ended the way it should have, and taken liberty and license. I'm just like, okay,
I have to confess,
guys, come on.
I don't think I've ever seen the original Lilo and Stitch movie.
Never.
I know who they are, but I don't think I've ever actually seen any of their the movie or the shorts or
the show. There was a show,
right? Or that
show.
too.
You didn't see any of that
I don't
either.
think I've ever seen.
Well, that's part of the problem is that because Bleakley was supposed to have a major role in the show, and the professor was supposed to have an accent, and he didn't have an accent, and Gantu wasn't even in it at all.
Okay.
The big giant whale creature.
This is all stuff I wouldn't know.
Right, exactly. So all these characters, if you had seen it, you would have been like, that's a pretty good movie, because you didn't know any of the backstory of seeing it. And maybe, I guess, some of the other people did, and they got all crazy
and they were
about
like,
it.
Not
the internet has is just a complaint farm. I have a feeling.
Of course it is.
Whatever
it is
I can complain about,
bitching.
I'm going to complain about it.
It's like in the Jay and Silent Bob movie when they're like, who's been knocking on our movie? We're going to hunt them down and kick their asses.
Perfect.
And he has the big book of all the email addresses,
movie,
and he goes and finds kids to kick their ass who are talking shit about them on the internet.
Online, yeah.
Okay, so how did Mission Impossible 2 do?
And only 77.
What, that was it?
Yeah. For the Memorial Day weekend, the whole weekend, 4-day weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't break 100.
Didn't even do 100.
I saw that Tom Cruise released a statement today to his fans on Instagram, thanking everyone in the crew and everyone that, this whole Mission Impossible journey, because it's now done with the Mission Impossibles.
Yeah. It's probably not going to be.
And there's probably not another one. Yeah. And him thanking everybody for, and the people fans coming out to the theaters and seeing it and all.
Right,
and I thought it was number one from reading this little blurb
saying
thing.
It. Well, you wouldn't have known. I mean, but yeah, I think he would have had to have done that anyway, because it's kind of a paycheck, basically. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of money coming in from all of it.
Produces it and shit. And he's got a lot online.
And he's on it anyway. Yeah. So, and then you got Final Destination at 24.5.
How did that do in its first week? Did we discuss that last week? Or no, we had Joanne here. We didn't. Did we do box office?
We did do the box office.
Oh.
Yeah. It was number one.
Maybe I wasn't listening then. Okay.
Because she mentioned the horror movies.
Oh, horror films.
We turned her eye to horror movies.
Yes, to horror movies.
Horror movies.
Horror movies. Don't make fun of Joanne from Texas.
I was just laughing.
Don't make fun.
It was very funny. And then you got Thunderbolts at number 4 with 11.6, and then Sinners still holding on at 11.2.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, and I looked up your little unicorn one. I didn't even break 80,000, I don't think.
Oh, overall?
Yeah,
Or do you mean just for the week?
Overall. No,
80 million or 80,000?
80,000.
$80,000?
Yeah, I don't think it really.
That can't be right.
I will double check that. Okay,
I'm going to double check
I will
that
double
too.
check that too.
Because that can't be right.
But,
it had to made. I thought it broke at least $1 million.
I did some big ones here. Your Minecraft is at 940 for the world.
Wow.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good.
That is still crazy.
And for the year of 2025, the top 5 movie produced the big ones that are out right now and have been only in 2025. Minecraft at 421, and this is domestic. Sinners at 259. Captain America is 200. Lilo and Stitch, which is first week, is at 183.
Yeah, 183.
So it's already got numbers to go. 5. It could do a Minecraft kind of numbers if it keeps holding.
Okay, so take half that now for next week.
So it's going to be kind of tough to get to 420.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be
with that tail off, unless it doesn't. Right, like
True.
Unless it gets a resurgence.
See how
yeah. But my news was that movie theater stocks prices soared on these numbers because it's been a couple weeks of big profits and everything.
Okay,
so
like
now
numbers
all
are
the
bouncing
stocks
back.
They're all coming up. So they
get your AMC stock.
Yeah, which is exactly what happened. They went up 10 to 20% across the board.
Wow,
for all of them, all theater ones, and it's hinged on this blockbuster summer stuff that they think is going to be a thing.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Some of these ones that they have out here, I can tank if they want to tank.
Yeah, the big
yeah. I mean, I know that Lilo and Stitch did really well because it had a history and people wanted to see it.
Exactly.
I guess
they haven't done Lilo and Stitch in 30 years or something like that.
So there's a good throwback.
Yeah.
It's it's the one for the times. But How to Train Your Dragon is coming out.
Oh yeah, that stupid live action version.
And that's another live action version of it. And so that's
going to be
interesting.
But it's just a copy of the animated version.
But how can it be so live action if the dragons are still
animated? That's what my wife and I said. We're like, how is it?
Action.
This is
real dragons. We want to see real dragons.
Right. Real fucking
and then you
dragons.
Got Disney coming out with this one called Elio. It's the kid.
Oh yeah,
they
the
think
kid
he's
who
the leader.
wants to be space alien.
But there's no background with that. That's a whole new character. So it would almost have to have kind of a following behind it.
But it looks funny.
It looks pretty good.
It looks funny. I think it looks
should
funny.
hold its own, but so was Mars Needs Moms. So anyway,
yeah, that's true.
Jurassic World is coming out. That's their remake of Let's Get Chased by Dinosaurs and
again.
I know. What's the storyline with all that?
Time.
Why don't we just turn them into oil and do it that way?
Go back to the stupid island that we shouldn't go back to and get chased again. Luckily, we have a film crew with us to record all this again.
Right, again, so we can see it all right.
Yeah.
They should do it like that. They should do it like it's one of those documentary ones, like what's the one that's on ABC?
I don't know.
Modern Family, where it's they talk to the camera all the time.
Oh,
but the dinosaurs should be all in it too.
Oh yeah,
it should be like that
in the background or something.
Instead of it always being we're being chased, we're running away, we're not getting eaten. Yep. Yeah, Superman, the remake. The new one is coming out. That's
damn
that's
dog.
Summer too.
That damn
so we'll
dog.
see how this does because that's more CGI'd. Loveliness. And then the Fantastic Four, which, that's the Marvel.
That's end of May, right?
That's going to be late. Yeah.
Or end of June.
Yeah, that's going to be
June.
Next month,
yeah.
And Superman's like July 11th. It's not even
how
on
many
the 4th,
How many times do they have to do the Fantastic Four and it flop for them to stop making fucking Fantastic Four movies?
You know why they have to do it, right?
No.
They have to hold on to the franchisee or else it goes to someone else. If they don't make a movie in so many years and they don't use the IP, then the IP becomes free range.
Hollywood
and
sucks.
People can just use it, which is why there's all the Spider-Man ones. It's all but they don't have to keep making the remakes of the origin story every time. To start it.
Right. Correct.
From the trailer,
we've discussed this.
Yeah, Fantastic Four isn't going to be doing that either. They're just going to already have their powers and be there. There's going to be like a quick throwback to them in some kind of documentary style, whatever, of what happened. But then they're just going to dive right into it and then be them. So the whole movie isn't just them getting their powers like the first one was, and the second one and the third one.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. So there we go.
All right. Yeah. Is that it for your entertainment?
That
news?
Is all I have for entertainment.
Okay, so I've got the taste test ready.
Oh, okay, cool.
It is actually a frozen taste test. So I've got it in a bag with ice, sitting here by my
plates.
feet.
I heard plates.
And I brought plates and knives. So we are going to try, and you may have seen these online or you may have not have.
Okay.
We are going to try the Pop-Tart ice cream sandwiches.
I did see these.
Have you seen these?
Which one did you get?
I got all three.
You did not.
I've got the chocolate. I've got the strawberry,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got the cinnamon brown sugar.
I think the cinnamon brown sugar is gonna be, save that one for last if you can.
Okay, I will try to.
Because that one's, I think, is gonna be the ballpark. I think that one's gonna be knocked out.
Okay, let's go with strawberry first, though.
Okay, that's perfect. That'll work. That'll work. Okay, cool. That's good. So yes, I did see these. It's basically a Pop-Tart with ice cream in the middle, or two Pop-Tarts with ice cream.
Yeah, it's two Pop-Tarts with ice cream in the middle. It's
but
an
then
ice
I
cream
heard
sandwich.
it wasn't exactly a Pop-Tart. It's kind of...
It's a smaller scaled down version.
Yeah, and it's also not exactly, because of course the Pop-Tart pastry may not hold well with ice cream.
Correct.
Is what I was hearing.
Cutting it in half now. Hold on.
Perfect.
Ooh,
I
geez,
heard that was
actually-
perfect
that was a big
noise
bump.
for the. It sounds like we're in a kitchen.
I know, right? Yeah. Clink, 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 clink,
Clink,
clink,
clink,
clink.
clink.
Okay, I'm handing it around.
Chef.
Handing it around.
Yes, chef.
I'm just cutting these in half because
No, that's
if
perfect.
we each ate a whole one, we'd want to throw up by the end.
I don't know about
think.
that.
Okay.
I'm good on a Pop-Tart.
Well, maybe there's some left over. So
Okay. So yes, so it's basically a wedge of ice cream, a square wedge of ice cream, a
strawberry
rectangular-
ice cream.
Oh, is it?
This is
It is the strawberry. I can
ice
see
cream.
the pink now.
Oh.
Yes, and the Pop-Tart, the two Pop-Tarts, and the Pop-Tarts have flavoring in them too. So that has
It
strawberry
does have the
flavoring
little strawberry
in it?
flavoring, like a normal.
Are you munching on it now?
No, not yet. I was letting you go ahead and go.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's got a thin layer of the strawberry cream or whatever inside the Pop-Tart, and then the outside of the Pop-Tart's frosted as well with little sprinkles on it.
Okay,
so it's
that
like a
is
normal
good.
strawberry Pop-Tart
Oh my God, that is very good.
in an ice cream
It's
sandwich.
exactly what you would think it is. It's two Pop-Tarts with ice cream in the middle. It's basically if you took two cookies and squashed ice cream in the middle of it. It's a chipwich, but it is exactly what that is, what you would think it'd
I
be.
went to down like the rest of this, like right now.
The strawberry's pretty good, right?
I'm liking that.
And it's the strawberry like crunch berries, like the Captain Crunch berries,
Why-
strawberry flavoring.
I guess. I was never a Captain Crunch fan.
No, really? It did cut the roof of my mouth a lot. It is true to the sponsorship. This is pretty good. I could definitely eat these like regularly.
Right.
And the strawberry one is really good.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the strawberry one down. I'm gonna have to come
I
back
can't
to
let
that.
it melt. Like I finished.
I know, right? The one I'm supposed to talk while we're doing this. Okay, so you wanted to go with the fudge chocolate next, is that right?
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
Okay. I think I put it in the bag the right way. Good. Let's open it and see. Fudge chocolate. Of course, they're not labeled on the outside at all, so it's hard
But you're
to...
right. That is a lot. I think, yeah, if we'd both had one alone, we wouldn't be
telling
finishing
you.
this. We definitely need a nap.
Yeah. Okay. Let me cut through this.
Yeah, that is pretty good. It does have a lot of
plate on-
extra
okay.
after flavor too.
All right, there you go.
The Pop-Tarty.
All right, so this is the chocolate
chocolate
fudge.
with chocolate. Oh my gosh.
So again, a chocolate Pop-Tart on the outside. You go ahead and bite. Chocolate Pop-Tart on the outside with the chocolate icing and the little white sprinkles on it, with just chocolate ice cream shoved in the middle like a little sandwich. So, what do you think of
So
this
what's
one?
really good about this is that the chocolate's kind of cold and it's crunchy. It adds a bit of flavor to it. It's really pretty good too. That's pretty good. Although I think the chocolate Pop-Tart's a little flavorless. I'm not getting a lot of chocolate from the Pop-Tart
From
part.
the actual ice cream part or the Pop-Tart part?
The Pop-Tart part. The ice cream is still chocolatey. I can get that chocolate, but then when you get into the Pop-Tart, because the strawberry Pop-Tart one, the pastry was pretty good because it was with the strawberry. This one, the chocolate just doesn't have it there. But I can taste the
Something's off
chocolate.
about it.
Good.
I don't know. The strawberry one was really good. This one, I'm kind of picky about my chocolate ice cream anyway. So the chocolate ice cream on this kind of feel, I don't know, something's off on it. Let me go back.
Yeah, it's like it's missing a flavor.
All right, hold on. I'm going back to try the strawberry again.
Oh, you are? You didn't finish it? I've been down in mine.
No. Yeah, definitely the strawberry is, yeah.
It's going to be a lot of jump
All right,
cuts.
so the
on
third
this
one.
We're sitting here both chewing
I know,
at the same
both chewing at
time.
the same time.
Didn't really time
Here's the
that well.
problem. Why'd you get ice cream, Pern?
Yes. Oh, that's pretty good.
That one ice cream.
Okay,
So the
I do
third
like
one,
that, but it was missing a lot of the overly chocolate. If it was chocolate, that would have been great.
Yeah, the chocolate one didn't
That
do it
secondary chocolate was not there.
for me. Okay, so this one is the cinnamon brown sugar.
Oh yeah, this is one I'm waiting for. I'm a brown sugar freak.
Hold on, I gotta
do like
cut
some
it.
brown. No, I'm waiting. I'm just here. I'm not rushing.
You weren't Russian.
I've still got all that Pop-Tart flavor in there. Okay. And it's like the chocolate just wasn't there. It seemed weird.
Yeah, it's missing something, and I don't quite know what that was.
Okay.
The chocolate one just was definitely
As
not.
much as the chocolate wasn't there, this one's overly cinnamony.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh,
Is it too much cinnamon?
In the ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's cinnamon in the ice cream too. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it is like looking at it, it's like a cinnamony colored. Mm-hmm. It's not like a white ice cream.
Right.
Ice cream.
It's definitely cinnamony brown sugary, but I'm missing the brown sugar flavoring. It's all cinnamon. Like it's not red hot cinnamon like Big Red gum or anything like that. But you can kind of overpowerly cinnamony it.
I do like that though.
And I'm not a big fan of that one though. Really? I would have liked it to be a lot more brown sugary than cinnamon.
Maybe you should have cleaned your palate.
Really?
Maybe.
Are you getting
I'm really
sugar?
digging this. I'm digging this one. This is my favorite one, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
You can keep those. I'll take strawberry ones. Those are good. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot though.
It is. I know I've got ice cream sitting here melting on a plate. All right.
Okay.
Recap. Strawberry, thumbs up.
Oh, yes. That's
Chocolate.
a different go.
Chocolate, thumbs down.
I would give that a medium to no.
I'm going thumbs down on the chocolate.
Okay.
And then
this one, I don't think
brown
I
sugar
like
cinnamon, I'm going thumbs up, 2 thumbs up.
Really?
But you're just going to go no?
I'm going to go medium on this one, too. You can't really go wrong with a Pop-Tart with ice cream on it.
Seriously, it's still ice cream. You're still having an ice cream bar. So,
Exactly.
yeah. There's no bad outcome.
No, not at all. Can't go wrong.
Cool.
Definitely should have not eaten dinner. Wow. That was a lot.
Don't worry, I'm going to cut this.
Good.
Well, I got to finish mine before they melt.
I know, before we get going. Nice.
Okay, so you have in food.
Oh, God, yeah.
You
I
have
had
food news?
Yes, I did. While you're finishing your...
Okay, I'm going to finish up my ice cream while you take off with food news.
Okay, McDonald's is celebrating their 85th anniversary this year. And in turn, they're actually bringing back some nostalgic menu items. The article I read, though, didn't list the article or the items yet. But it looks like the sandwich wrap or the chicken snack wrap thing they had with the chicken strip inside of a wrap, a tortilla wrap with lettuce and mayonnaise. Basically a chicken sandwich, but it was just in a wrap. That thing's getting like a lot of excitement online.
Well,
and people are really
back.
pushing to have that one.
We knew it was coming back. Angie, our McDonald's.
I'm wondering if she has the whole list, though.
I guess. I don't know.
It'd be good if we could get that from her.
Yeah.
And then I saw that Dr. Pepper is releasing a new shake. Did we have this one? They're releasing a new shake, two shake flavors from at Wendy's and Whataburger. They're going to have their classic Dr. Pepper shake, but also a creamy coconut, my favorite shake with Dr. Pepper. It's going to be Dr. Pepper with creamy coconut flavoring.
That just sounds a little too weird.
Sounds like a little much.
Even for me.
I'm burping up freaking Pop-Tarts. Yeah, that would be a little much. I didn't know if you saw this, but Oreo and Selena Gomez have come together to create a new flavored combo cookie Oreo. It is chocolate and cinnamon cream with a layer of milk cream swirled and cinnamon sugar between 2 cinnamon chocolate cookies.
Someone sent me that picture of that, and I said, there is no way if my wife ever caught me eating Selena Gomez's cookies, I would get divorced.
Really? It's that good? It's that bad, huh? So the flavor they call it is horchata flavored.
Okay.
I guess that's a thing. I'm not familiar with that. Pre-sales begin on June 2nd for you.
Is that online?
Go to the Oreo website and you'd be pre-ordering your Gomez cookie. You don't have to do that for the taste test. There's no reason for us to try that. I do not think that's going to be good.
Well, we did the Post Malone, and I actually tried the Lady Gaga ones.
We did
the Star Wars ones.
We did the Star Wars. So maybe we'll see. We'll see. If we can find them, we'll see. We did have some other Oreo ones too, the lemon ones, I think.
Hold on. Well, while we're on the topic then, I was going to save this for next week's taste test.
Okay.
But I've got a bag of Oreos here.
You do not.
That we got to try.
Which ones are they?
These are, we're going back to taste test, reverse.
Part two.
So we still have one more thing for the taste test.
Right.
These are chocolate covered pretzel Oreos.
It's okay.
Pretzel flavored cookie.
Right.
Artificially topped with salt and chocolate flavored cream. Chocolate and salt and chocolate flavored.
It sounded weird.
That does sound weird.
Artificially flavored salt.
Artificially flavored
that
salt.
sounded the way you read it. It sounded like that. Okay. Oh, so my other news besides this cookie is that the Battle of Barbecue Sauces has come in. Instacart released a report that said that your favorite barbecue sauce based on the most ordered is the Sweet Baby Ray's.
Really?
Yep. It's the most, and the different areas have different versions of barbecue sauces that are
higher
sold
or low,
in
right,
other areas, but across the board, Sweet Baby Ray's is like number one.
Gotcha. I like the Stubbs.
Oh, okay.
Have you tried the Stubbs?
Yes,
You're
I
eating your
have.
cookie. So
No,
I've tried the Stubbs. They have one that's a sticky and sweet, and it's really good. And the original Stubbs is good also. Now it's got a little cowboy on the front, and I guess Uncle Stubbs or something like his name or something. Okay, so what do you think of these?
I don't know.
That was a slow pondering.
Well, I'm trying to figure out the flavor because it's a vanilla-ish cookie, I guess. What is it? The cookie?
It's supposed to be chocolate and salt.
Caramel? Salted caramel?
Yeah.
I guess they tried to do the salted caramel in the cookie and it's not coming out because I'm getting more vanilla in the cookie, I guess.
No, it says it's a pretzel flavored cookie.
Pretzel flavored.
Topped with salt and chocolate flavored cream.
Pretzel. I'm not getting salt either, but I'm also not getting pretzel.
So the inside is supposed to be
chocolate.
Right, but the outside is supposed to be pretzel.
Pretzel. That ain't it. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting pretzel. Maybe I just have Pop-Tart on my throat.
That is weird.
I'm not getting pretzel.
No, that's definitely not pretzel.
But whatever it is, it's artificial. Like, I'm not really getting a
it tastes chemically, right?
Flavor, right? Yeah.
You and your chemically. Okay. That's why I said that, because you always say everything. Oh, it tastes chemically.
It is. It's all chemically. So, yeah, fun. But are you ever getting any pretzel out of that? No, I'm not either. Just freaking put a pretzel on it, or make it look like a pretzel.
Why would you even call this
a pretzel?
Chocolate covered pretzel.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have had like pretzel bits in it or something in the cream or something. That would have been okay.
Okay,
you're gonna get that.
The outside shouldn't have been pretzel. It should have been like peanut butter.
Oh, yeah, that'd have been good. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, you want to do?
I'm not crazy about these.
So I know the celebrations goes along. So while we can do some celebrations, we'll just do bits and pieces of it.
Okay.
It's International Surf Music Month, though. Just so you get your music.
For May or June?
This would be for the June 3rd to the 9th is this week in that genre.
Okay, so we're all right. So we've started. June, we're into the June celebrations.
We're recording in May, but eventually people are going to hear it. It's going to be the first week in June.
Okay.
And I'm going to run through these. It's Wonder Woman Day on the 3rd.
Ooh.
We have. Woman. Yep. It's National Punk Day on the 4th. National Hot Air Balloon Day. I know you told me to.
No, go down the list. Just go down. We got it. It's fine. Go down the
5th is Hot Air Balloon Day and National Veggie Burger Day, which I really can't get behind. Burger Day.
National Burger Day was Monday, Memorial Day.
Right. So now you're going to Veggie Burger Day.
And now it's Veggie Burger Day.
Of course, because they've got to have their day too. The 6th is YMCA Day and Yo-Yo Day.
What? Now, YMCA is in the actual facility or the song by the Village People Day?
I'm going to go with the facility.
Okay.
Just because.
And what was the other thing that day?
Yo-Yo Day.
Oh, Yo-Yo Day.
Yeah. And Drive-In Movie Day. And we do have a drive-in movie theater.
We have one in Stephen City.
It's pretty awesome.
I haven't been to it.
Have you ever been?
I've never been to it.
I'd be a little anxious as to where I'm going to park the car to see the movie. And I'm really particular about my movies. And I got to watch the movie. So
if it was a second
run kind of movie,
I'd have to go see something that I've already seen there.
Exactly.
Like if they said Star Wars, I would go watch Star Wars on the big screen.
On a big screen, like an outside theater screen to get eaten by bugs and all that other fun stuff. It would be so good.
Absolutely.
The 7th is Turtle Racing Day. And a weird one, VCR Day.
VCR Day.
Do you even use a VCR anymore?
My VCR, if you turn around and you see that jersey that's right behind you, it's right underneath that jersey is a VCR.
You're kidding.
No, dead serious.
That's
right
crazy.
There. Can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
That's crazy.
See, my VCR is ready for VCR Day.
You're just ready.
What day is that again? June 8th?
That is the 7th.
June 7th. Okay.
June 7th. So
VCR
you're ready
Day.
to go.
I'm
VCR
ready to go for VCR Day.
Only watch VCR movies. The 8th is National Best Friends Day. And Ghostbusters Day. Ghostbusters.
Wow, what a pairing. That's a good pairing.
Isn't that
Best Friends and Ghostbusters Day on the 8th.
On your VCR, you can watch.
And that's June 8th.
That's the 8th, and the 9th is Donald Duck's birthday.
Yay, Donald Duck's birthday!
Original.
Quack, quack.
He's his first cartoon he was in was 1934. It was called The Little Hen, and he has a middle name. Do you know what his middle name is?
No, I don't.
Fauntleroy.
Fauntleroy. I did actually know that.
You kind of knew that, right?
I did know that.
You kind of know it, but you didn't really on the top of your head because it's such a weird freaking
I've heard
name.
it before, but completely forgot. It's
Didn't
like
even
it's
know.
like who
Does Goofy have
who sings the Grinch song? Do you know who it is?
Thurl
Ravenscraft. Yeah, exactly. He's got one of those weird names too. Thurl.
Thurl, right? Yeah, but it's cool because he also plays a ghost in
But you know what?
ride.
I raised my kids well because my kids know that because it comes on every year.
And they know.
I'm like, oh, who sings it? And I'll cover like the screen so they get.
Yeah,
my daughter's on it. She's like, oh yeah, it's Thurl Ravenscraft.
That's pretty funny, right? Oh, and it's also National Forklift Safety Day. So when you're driving your forklift, be safe.
Right, exactly.
Be safe out there.
There are some funny forklift training videos, safety videos out there. So if you want to go do a little search on those, you should
definitely
do it because there's some hysterical.
You do need to
it's
know.
like when things go bad on forklifts.
On forklifts, it's always good
on training.
Right.
So what day is that? The 9th?
That's the 9th.
On June 9th.
Birthday.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Forklift day.
Yep.
Cool.
We're kind of getting into it on the end of it too, right?
We are. So the Western Conference Championship and the Eastern Conference Championships are about in the middle of each round right now.
Yep,
and it
NHL
looks
playoffs.
like, yes, the NHL
Getting
playoffs.
the end.
It looks like Carolina's going to shit the bed against Florida,
Yes.
but Carolina came back and won game 4 last night. They were down 3-0. I really still think that they're going to go back in and Florida's going to take the next game and just be done with them.
You think?
So Florida should be repeating, but hopefully we'll know by next week,
right?
By that sooner. And then tonight, right now, is on the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers series, which Dallas has literally only played 2 good periods of hockey in this series so far.
We're mentioning
and
that.
one of them was in game 1 in the third period when they came back and won. Mm-hmm. And then in the second period of game 3, and they still got outscored 1-0 in that period. And those have been their 2 best periods of hockey. It looks like it's just going to be Edmonton, and we'll have a Stanley Cup rematch then because it'd be Edmonton and Florida in the Stanley Cup, same as last year.
Connor McDavid
and I have a feeling Connor McDavid and Edmonton will win it this year. I just have that feeling. Like I've said, the fix is in.
He did say that the announcers were saying that he was getting hot and firing off some good shots. So
McDavid, he's a great player. I will say he's a great player. Is he the greatest? No. Is he a really, really, really good player? Yes, but I don't think he's like I don't know.
Oh God, I gotta wash my mouth out, man. That Oreo is awful.
Then maybe we should get out of here then. Let me go get you.
No problem.
Get you a Coke out of the fridge.
I might just gargle with something at this point.
Dave's gonna gargle with Coke. Coke will clean everything out.
It will. It is
okay. Well, cool. I'm good with all that. So I will see you next week.
Definitely. And I brought pizzas. So.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Pern Dave, Let's Talk is brought to you by, Pern Dave and Spirit Airlines.
Yellow, because we're the public bus of the sky.
And the good people at Visit New Mexico.
So much more than what you saw on Breaking Bad.
Till next time.